Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Aries in mid-February 2020. What's going on, Aries? How are you guys doing? I hope you are all doing well. All right, guys. Right off the bat, I'm a little bit under the weather, have a bit of a head cold right now, so I apologize if I have to pause the video if I'm like, sniffling or doing anything gross with my orifices. I do apologize ahead of time. Anyway, anything else? No. How was your Valentine's Day? Was it good? Hopefully you had a wonderful, I can't even talk. Hopefully you had a wonderful one, Aries. If not, I still hope you had a pretty good day. It was a Friday. Maybe you did something awesome. Who knows? Anyway, let's get into it. I have shuffled off camera. That is your main spread there. I'm going to shuffle on camera now for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. Timestamp is in the description box if you want to jump ahead. Information on how to order a reading with me is also down in the description box. If you have questions before you place an order, email me at the same address and I'll answer you as soon as I can, okay? Alright, and please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment, my friends. It would really help a girl out. Anything else? Nah, that's pretty much it. Let's get into it. I want to see Aries outcome for mid-February 2019. I keep saying 2019. 2020. February 2020. Mid-February 2020. Outcome for Aries in mid-February 2020. Please show me. Jeez. Come on. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. All right, Aries, let's flip what came face down. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All right, guys, let's get into it. Please show me where Aries is in mid-February 2020. Mid-February 2020, please show me Aries. Okay, thank you. All right, jeez. That was a little aggressive. It was like this sensation of being like shoved or like, I'm not even going to get into it, but I didn't need that, my guides. That was a little aggressive. But anyway, for you, Aries, here we go. Coming into mid-February, come in with the Chariot in reverse. Show you this card upright so you can get used to it. And it's kind of a crazy card, actually, in this deck, which I love. I love the deck and I love the card. Now, but in reverse, Chariot, Major Arcana for Cancer. Some of you are dealing with a Cancer, but you don't have to be. In general, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. The situation's not going anywhere. The people that you're dealing with, nothing is moving. Everything is stuck and stagnant and confusing and just all around blah. It feels as though there is a desire or there is this push for more or there's this push towards progress and it's just not happening. It's like wanting to turn a car over. You turn the key in the ignition, and the motor just will not kick on. It will not start. So the situation you're involved in, the things that you're trying to move towards, like some of you, maybe you want to, like they're showing me handshakes. So like business deals, I wish you could see this stuff as like stock photos of like arbitrary like business deals. So it could be an investment or something that you want to move towards in terms of your financial life, but it's a no-go right now, right? Excuse me. It's like a big no-go. Sorry, my throat got super dry. I don't think that's a signal for anybody. Like, I mean, maybe you have like a dry mouth because you're like so stressed about the situation, but I'm just not feeling well. So anything else with the Chariot? Because like, that's pretty straightforward. Oh, in terms of like actual movement, some of you may have like had plans to move houses, to travel. If it's not movement, just basic travel, and those plans have been canceled or delayed or deferred in some type of way. This is upsetting. Like, Aries is not happy to deal with this. Or, you know, it's a general, could go the other way. It could be a cross watcher who's experiencing this, and Aries, like, what, why is this happening? Delay, why? Other people, thank you. So you're on either side of this, Aries. Either you're the one experiencing, you know, the stoppage, experiencing being told or seeing that a situation is not going forward, or you are the person, you are the cause of the delay, you're the cause of things not progressing. Whoever is receiving that energy, the one who wants progress but is not getting progress, is like super annoyed. So annoyed by this, and kind of in some ways struggling to keep it all together. Thank you. Because the artwork of this card, even though I mentioned I still love this artwork. I mean, it's very confusing. I'm showing it to you in the reverse because that's how it came, and it's probably discombobulating. Like, I mean, can you make heads or tails of that? Probably, you know, it's kind of hard. But even if you look at it in the upright, it's still a little like haphazard, or it's still like a little busy, right? In terms of, you know, understanding the scene. It's a caravan, you know, so we get the idea of traveling, but there's just like a lot of moving parts here. There's a lot of different, maybe that's what's going on. You have a lot of different people involved, and especially in terms of business deals. Oh my God, my throat. I hate being sick. Anyway, in terms of business, there might be multiple people, you know, different people working from different financial institutions or different companies that need to all get on the same page in terms of contracts, in terms of finding an agreement, you know, working with lawyers and you know, whatever. If that's the case, where you're dealing in a situation where there's lots of different people involved, basically it's too many cooks. You know, I hated that video because it's so weird. There's like a video on, I think it went viral like a couple of years ago, too many cooks. It's so weird. But like, the phrasing is more the point. Too many cooks. If you're running a kitchen in a restaurant, how many cooks do you need? How many head chefs do you need? One. How many, you know, sous chefs do you need? Like, what, one or two? I don't know. But if there's like 15 cooks in one, you know, kitchen for like a mid-sized restaurant, that's too many. Yeah? So that's what's going on here. There's too many people involved. There's too many opinions involved in terms of maybe a more intimate relationship between you and another person, you know, whether it be, you know, a partner in terms of romance, or a partner in terms of like a roommate, or someone that you have a small business with, you know, or your, pardon me. Okay, we are not going to have a coughing fit. Good. In terms of just like smaller groups of people, it's still this idea of maybe too many opinions, or someone is, there we go. Someone might be unsure of themselves, unsure of what they want in the situation. Yeah. Confused. Thank you. Because again, with the artwork, I don't know why I have to keep saying, maybe that's it. Like, why do I have to keep mentioning what my opinion is of the art? I love the artwork in this deck. But as much as I say I love it, I'm also able to acknowledge that it's confusing. So does that might play for someone. Okay. Thank you. Someone may say to you, Aries, or you might be saying to someone else, I love this idea. I want to move in on this. I want to do this. I want this progress. Like saying one thing, but then saying another. That's what this is. I'm saying, I love the artwork on this deck, or in this card, but it's super confusing. It's discombobulated. So as much as I'm saying I love it, I'm also criticizing it. Does that make sense? So something is happening here where someone says one thing 1 minute, but then they do or say something that's sort of contradictory, or if not contradictory, at least confusing. Okay? AKA, someone is not sure of themselves. They're not really sure what they want. They're not really sure what to do. They don't know how to move forward, or they want to move forward, but they have no practical steps of how to do so, or they have the practical steps, but then they don't have the follow through. It's something like that. So hollow words is another thing that's coming across here. Hollow, insincere words, possibly. Disappointing is essentially the feeling I'm getting there, because there's a potential, but then you or someone else is just not meeting that potential, not standing up and following through with that potential. Okay, what else happens? All right, yeah, so this is upsetting because it's like, for now is how they're making me feel about this. For now, you get the Six of Wands in reverse next. Show this card upright. What the hell is that? Oh my god. There's a bug on my ceiling. 1 second. Okay, so that thing is in a place. I can't even reach it, and I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm not like overly scared of bugs, but I also would prefer it not to be in this room. Anyway, Aries, Six of Wands in reverse. So, someone like the wind is knocked out of their sails. I feel as though you or someone else is not happy with the lack of progress, with the, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of energy. It could be like a hot and cold energy. It could be like a, we're so close. It's, to give it like an analogy for sports, it's like, it's like being in the red zone in football where you could score. Oh my God, where did it go? Okay, there it is. It's gonna bother me. Anyway, it's like being in the red zone and like you're like 2 yards from the goal line. You're like 3 yards and like you run 3 running plays in a row and you can't get the ball in the damn end zone, right? It's like that. So someone is like really disappointed and feeling really disenchanted or deflated, thank you, by not being able to get into the end zone here, not being able to get the ink signed on the contract, not getting, the okay to travel, the okay, you wanted to move to this particular house or this particular area of the city, but then, the offers came in and you got outbid. Maybe in some of your cases you got outbid on a house or something like that. And it's just like, like that sigh that I just did there. It's like disappointing. Like, oh God, I really wanted this to work out, or I really wanted this to go forward, and it's just not happening. And yeah, so it's you or someone else. It is a general. Take it as you need to. But someone is generally ticked in a way, because Aries can be a little pissed, more than ticked. Aries can be pissed when they don't get their way. And I'm not necessarily sensing, that level of being upset, but it is like crestfallen. Like I said, wind out of your sails. It's very like, if you're, another thing that they often show me is being yanked on a chain or not a chain, a leash. Like, unfortunately, I'm sure many of us have seen this in our lifetimes where someone is walking a dog, where you see a dog who's tied on a line and the dog goes running with excitement, chasing after a bird, another dog, or whatever it is, the mailman, whatever it is. And they're on a set length of rope or a set length of leash, and they run, and then it's like, and they get yanked back. You're prevented from going all the way towards whatever you're chasing. That is upsetting for an Aries. For most people, but Aries would definitely not be pleased with that. And it's just it's it's annoying. It's annoying. It pesters you. It oh God, I don't know. After your reading, I'm gonna make some damn tea, because water is not enough. Now, if I'm honest, I feel like the majority of the Aries that are watching this, you're on that receiving end of like having your leash yanked on and not being able to get what exactly you want out of a situation or out of a relationship. And I don't know. There's something here about stay the course. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, be happy. Why? Bobby McFerrin? Go ahead and listen to that song if you want to. I mean, it's an optimistic song. I think that's what it's about, right? It's about being optimistic. It's about not frowning, even though you might have reason to frown. And I know most Aries are just like, that's stupid. No way. I'm gonna frown because I deserve to frown over this. I don't know, but they're giving me like energetically, there's something here that you'll be fine. It will be fine. You will be fine. Don't worry, be happy. Okay. I'm so about that song anyway. Now, what else happens? Oh, okay. Yeah. So, pardon me. Six of Pentacles. So, I mean, kind of on the nose, artistically. What's on this card? Big old ground. What was that? Where is that thing? Did that thing just fall? No. No. So many things are going to happen when I'm done with this video. Anyway. Oh, God, I hope it didn't fall. Anyway. I mean, whatever. So, clock on the card. Could be an issue of time. And I don't usually talk about it that much on my channel, but I'm being led to talk about it a little bit more in my meditation. So it could be something about karma, karmic timing, timing of the universe, universal timing, divine timing, however you perceive it or whatever you want to think about. There is possibly a timetable in your life, Aries, or particular to the situation that doesn't run on your schedule. It runs on the schedule of the universe, of the divine, of God, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, right? Pardon me. And with the Six of Pentacles, you would be implored, you would be advised to be patient. You would be advised to possibly view the situation with a little bit more balance, fairness, reciprocity. I don't know why you would need to view a situation with more reciprocity or balance, but this is what they're telling me. And even though it feels unfavorable in the moment, again, they're like giving me this idea that don't worry, be happy. Like, geez, I mean, maybe that's it. Okay, thank you. Don't worry, be happy. That's sort of like law of attraction, a little bit, not 100% on the nose, but a little bit like law of attraction, yeah? If you have pessimistic thoughts, and if you have a negative outlook on something, right, you will see that those things will manifest and present in your life. It won't necessarily be a tragedy or a travesty in your life. It's not, to say, oh, if you don't have a positive outlook, like you're gonna, get into a car wreck or something like that. It doesn't have to be so dramatic. But a lot of times, your life or the circumstances that you find yourself in can be improved if you improve your thought. That's generally very, very, very base of what law of attraction is. Yeah. You change how you think about something, how you visualize something, and the tides will change. Yeah. So there's something here about needing to do that or being mindful of how your thoughts, when you don't get what you want, let's say it this way, when you don't get what you want, or you don't get what you're after, or the progress that you're hoping to see gets stalled or delayed in some type of way, do you lose faith? Do you then throw your hands up and say, oh, screw it, and walk away? Or do you say, okay, maybe not right now, that kind of makes sense, or maybe I could reconsider, you know what I mean? There's something here about, God, I don't want to keep saying this, don't worry, be happy. They just keep giving me this to me. And I don't think there's anything pivotal in the lyrics of that song. Yeah, he just talks about certain circumstances. I'm sitting here thinking about the song. He just says if you can't make your rent and you get kicked out, don't worry, be happy. It's just I don't know. That would be a struggle too, because a lot of those things that he talks about in those songs are very unfortunate. I'm it's hard to be happy when, you're getting evicted, but I don't know. They keep giving me that, and I see what's next, and yeah. Anything else with the Six of Pentacles before we move on? Pardon me. The time again. The time. It might not be the right time. I don't know. I can't get clear on it, but they keep giving me the time, not right now, it's okay, is essentially what this is. You are, and I get that, Aries is very results driven. Aries is very prove it to me, like I need to see it in order to believe it. That's fire signs in general. But there's something here about what you don't see, what you're not able to understand, or what you're not able to appreciate is actually favorable to you in some type of way. And what will be proven to you takes time, will be proven in time. Something about, again, karmic timing or the idea of divine timing is at work here. Something like that. And this is the last card, and it's the last card for a reason. Yeah. The Sun card. Secondary major for Leo. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, but you don't have to be. This, I don't usually talk about it in these ways, but I do know it inherently from learning tarot, that this is a trump. All major arcanas are trumps, but this is like the big ends. Yeah, the Sun card is, quote unquote, the happiest card in the deck. It really, no pun intended, outshines them all. Yeah, it really is hard to find a, quote unquote, negative side of the Sun card, and that is kind of what I've often seen other tarot readers say about the Sun card. It's like they're, I guess the negative side is that maybe it's too optimistic, or it is naively optimistic. But in your case, Aries, considering everything that's going on around it, I feel that this is a counterpart, or not a counterpart, but the Sun is countering everything that's around it, even the Six of Pentacles. There's something here about with damn it, I don't want to say this again. Don't worry, be happy. My God. Whatever you're worried about, whatever is upsetting you, find like, this is so cliche, find a happy place, find something in your life to be happy about, despite delays or setbacks or total blockages in one area of your life. Okay. Could be something here about needing to reprioritize or refocus at the moment. For the time being, focus on something else. For the time being, stop worrying about what another person says or does or blah, blah, blah. I don't know. More. Give me more. Oh, what's that? Clear that up. Clear that up. Like, you can't allow, and that's hard, especially with business, especially when you have like contracts and stuff that need to be signed, right? Other, big dealings that need to be, ironed out. It's very hard for you not to essentially worry about what another party is or is not doing, right? That's what this is telling me. Don't worry about somebody else's mess, because this is a little bit of a mess here with the Chariot in reverse, whether you are wrapped into that energy or not. Don't occupy your mind, your consciousness, again, with the law of attraction, what you're desiring. Don't give into this discombobulated, confusing energy. In some of your case, okay. Yeah, just don't acknowledge. That's kind of weird. I don't know about that. But they're like, don't acknowledge it. I'm like, okay, don't acknowledge that someone's not fulfilling their end of a bargain? That's kind of weird. But there's something about not giving your conscious energy, thought into this. It's wasteful. They're saying it's wasteful. It's for nothing. You won't get it. Okay. If you're trying to hold someone's hand, say, come with me, come sign this contract, come talk with me. You know what I mean? If you're trying to coax someone, or if you're waiting and you know how, you know, when you're like waiting for something, how some people, like if you're in a waiting room, right? Some people, they'll sit there, they'll do like little, what is this, like knitting or something like that. Other people will like read, or they'll be on their phone. Other people are like fidgeting. You ever seen this in like a waiting room? Somebody gets up, they go look at the magazine rack, they go sit back down, they pull their phone out, they look at their phone for like a minute, then they put that down, then they go outside, maybe they have a phone conversation for like 5 minutes, they come back in. You know, they are so busy because they're anxious, right? And they're not properly enveloped in another task. They are busy with waiting. They're busy with waiting. Don't be busy with waiting. Thank you. Don't be busy with waiting. Go do something else. Go sit and knit. Go do a crossword puzzle. Go do something else. Because when you're doing that, not that this is what it is, but when you're doing that, you're properly distracted. You're sitting there waiting to see your doctor or whatever kind of office you're in, right? If you're sitting there doing your crossword, you're doing your crossword. You're not really consciously aware, at least you're probably not supposed to be, consciously aware that I'm sitting here waiting, 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes for my doctor, versus the person who's up and about, flitting around the waiting room or going in and out the door. That person is not properly distracted, I guess is how they're showing me this. It's very strange. So I would say, distract yourself. Go do something else. And be happy about what you're doing. That's the other thing about the Sun card. It's about happiness, contentment, joy, and feeling really vibrant and attached to the moment. Thank you. Attached to the moment. So live in the moment, maybe. If you're worried about a deal coming through and everything like that, and you're watching the clock, right? Are you really enjoying yourself? Are you really relaxed? Are you really enjoying the moment? Something like that. Outcome, Aries, is the Three of Wands. So this is future forward energy. This is focusing on what happens next, having plans for the future, ideas for the future, being very, again, optimistic about what's going to come your way, or rather, what you have planned for yourself, what you have made assurances for, and seeing those assurances come up fruitful for you. That energy is very positive. But there's something here, again, about this don't worry, be happy, law of attraction, changing your mindset, changing your focus, something about that. Okay, and then I see that. Got it. So Aries, I can't wait to have this tea. My God. Aries, I think in the moment with the Chariot reversed and the Six of Wands in reverse, I think the surface of what's going on is very disappointing. I think that what you're seeing on the day-to-day basis, you might be looking for messages, checking your email, checking your text, checking for certified mail, notarized mail coming into your house or your office, like, oh man, did this person send over the contract yet? Nope. You get up on, Wednesday morning, did they send over the contract? Nope. Thursday, did they send over the contract? No. The moment you stop looking, the moment you stop expecting, then it comes. It's kind of what this is. Which is, a hard sell, especially to an Aries. Oh my God, what a hard sell that is towards you guys. But that Three of Wands as the outcome, it's like this weird thing of expecting, but then like not expecting, of having put in the work, but then not having a strict timetable that you're expecting something to come towards you or something to become available to you. Does that make sense? Overall energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Secondary major arcana for Sagittarius, so you could be dealing with a Sag. Hey, those are your two co-stars. That's Leo there with the Sun, and that's Sagittarius with the Wheel of Fortune. So a lot of fire energy here, a lot of determination, a lot of passion. But it needs to be measured. Needs to be tailored a little bit. What is that word? Tempered. Thank you. It needs to be tempered a little bit. Because the Wheel of Fortune is definitely, not a card of tempering or balancing, but it is about cycles. It is, I mean, obviously about cycles and balance, because you've got the two figures there, one in white, one in black. You know, this idea of coming up one side of the wheel and it's very fortunate, going down the other side of the wheel and it's less fortunate. But ultimately, as you can see in the center there with the hourglass, this again is an issue of time, timing, karmic timing, or divine timing. And karmic timing, I'm not sure that that's even like a phrase most people use, if ever. I could just be, you know, making this up right now. But there's something here about dues needing to be paid, dues coming current, like how you would come current on a bill, right? And that is out of your control. Could be. Okay, if you're like in business with someone, or wanting to be in business with a group of people, but one person is a holdout, it could be they have issues that they need time to sort out. And whether you're aware of that or not, you are not helping yourself to be obsessed about, well, as soon as Bob does what he needs to do, then we can all do what we need. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't serve you or the situation to focus on what Bob needs to do or what is on his timetable. Therefore, release it. Let go of the anxiety or the worry or the frustration that you have fixed on that person and their situation. And don't worry, be happy. I don't know what else I can say about that. I mean, go listen to that song, you know, 5 times a day or something. I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. But Aries, that is your reading for mid-February. If you liked it, the like button is down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. You can leave a comment. Let me know how this resonated. Be sure to share and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I will be back soon with the March readings. Those will be up soon. And also I'll bring back the No Communications reading. Hopefully my throat will be better by that time. Until then, guys, I thank you so much for watching. Take care.